Caves. Natural openings in the ground that can be small or can be miles long. The first zone of the cave is the entrance zone. The entrance zone has almost the same environment as outside the cave. This part of the cave receives lots of sunlight and is also subject to temperature changes. You will find green vegetation in the entrance zone along with many sorts of species including raccoons, bears, moss, ferns, owls, snails, and salamanders. Watch as the spectacled bear enters his cave and cares for his cub. Bears use the entrance zone to eat and sleep. Farther into the cave is the twilight zone. This zone has less sunlight than the entrance zone, along with minimal plant growth. Temperature is changing, but is more consistent compared to the entrance zone. In the twilight zone, you will find many troglodytes, which are animals that live part of their lives in a cave. These animals enter and leave the cave at their own will. Troglodytes include moths, bats, spiders, millipedes, mushrooms, and snakes. Let's take a look at the twilight zone in action as we see the snake try to capture its dinner. As we venture farther into the cave, we will reach the final zone, the dark zone. This zone receives no sunlight and has a constant temperature. The constant temperature varies from place to place, and the closer the cave is to the equator, the warmer this constant temperature will be. Although there is no sunlight, there is still organisms found in this deep of the cave, called troglodytes. Troglodytes live only in caves and can go a long time without food, and are also usually blind and colorless. Troglodytes include cavefish, crayfish, shrimp, millipedes, salamanders, and insects. Let's take a look at the cave salamander. The cave salamander is completely blind because it is adapted to spending its entire life in darkness. It also has no pigment in its skin, giving its body a pasty white appearance. This animal can live up to 58 years. Nutrients enter the cave through weather events like floods when excess rainwater rushes in plants into the cave, providing food for insects and other animals. Another way nutrients come into the cave is when troglodytes bring them in. You can also find the nutrient-rich food source, guano, also known as bat feces. Some animals will directly eat guano, but bacteria and fungi also break it down into basic food and nutrients. Caves can form into many different structures, including stalactites, which happens when water seeps into limestone, leaving calcite forming thin hollow tubes, soda straws, which are baby stalactites, cave popcorn, which happens when water and limestone releases calcite into knobby bumps, cave pearls, which occurs when calcite deposits other grains of dirt and sand, flowstone, which can happen anywhere where water flows over rock, dispensing calcite, draperies, which happens when water runs down the cave wall and deposits calcite, resulting in delicate draperies, and cave bacon, which happens when stripes occur in draperies. There are four main different types of caves: solution caves, lava caves, glacial caves, and sea caves. Solution caves are the most popular type of cave and is found all over the world. These caves are formed in carbonate and sulfate rocks, such as limestone, dolomite, marble, and gypsum, by slowly moving around water that dissolves the rock to form passageways and tunnels. Lava caves are tunnels or tubes formed when the surface of lava from a volcano cools and hardens. These caves can be found anywhere in the world with volcanoes. The third type of cave is a glacial cave, which is formed entirely of ice inside of a glacier. Melted water will form drainage tunnels through the ice, resulting in a cave. These types of caves are very dynamic and unstable due to season-to-season changes. The last type of cave is a sea cave. Sea caves are formed when wind and waves pound on a weak spot of a cliff along the shore of oceans and large lakes. Every single type of cave has a specific organism that fits the cave's environment, and each type of cave has specific conditions required to form it.